Okay, today's assignment, the triangle inequality lesson, we are looking at the triangle inequality theorem. This says that the sum of any two sides of a triangle are greater than the length of the third side. So what we have to do is we have to add two of the sides to see if they're greater than the third side. Let's look at this example right here. Is it possible to form a triangle with the given lengths? 6.5, 6.5, 14.5. Well, let's call 6.5, we'll go 6.5 plus 6.5. That equals 12, 13. Is 13 greater than the third side, which is 14.5? It is not. So if it is not, then my answer is no. We cannot form a triangle from those sides. Because if I have 6.5 and 6, they have to be greater than, because if I have a length, imagine I have a length of 14.5, and I have a length of 6.5, which is not even half of that. So there is no way to make a triangle where these 2 points would ever touch and form a triangle. If we were to fold them up, you would have something that looked like that. So that's why they have to add up to be greater. They have to be greater than, so that when I go form a triangle, all the sides will eventually touch. So now let's look at this next one with the decimals. Is it possible to form a triangle with these lengths? Well, let's go. Now think about this. 6.8 plus 7.2. Do I really have to add those up to know if they're greater than 5.1? Well, this alone is greater than 5.1, so I don't have to do that. And what I really need to only do is add up the two smallest ones. 6.8 plus 5.1. If I do that, in this case I end up with 11.9. Is that greater than 7.2? Yes, it is. Therefore, my answer is yes. I can form a triangle with those sides. Alright, so now here we have a triangle. Which measure cannot be PR? So what I'm going to do is PQ is 7.2, QR is 5.2. So we have a value, we have an x here, which we don't know what it is. But these two have to add up, have to be bigger than the x. So when I add 5.2 and 7.2, I end up with 12.4. Look at this. Is 12.4 bigger than 7? No, so 7 could not be this side right here. 9 is not bigger than 12.4, and neither is 11. 13 is, therefore that is my answer, D. Okay, looking at the next problem. This is where it gets a little tricky, because now I have a missing side. Remember, the two sides have to be greater than the third side. So we're going to add these up. We're going to say 3 plus 7 has to be bigger than x. Therefore, 10 is greater than x. Well, the other combination, 7 plus x, has to be greater than 3, which when we subtract 7 from both sides, we get negative 4. Can I have a negative length of a segment? No. So if I do get a negative length, we can eliminate that one. Now the third combination would be 3 plus x has to be greater than 7. Subtract 3 from both sides, and x is greater than 4. Therefore, the range is going to be the combination of these two inequalities. We end up with x being bigger than 4, but also having to be less than 10. And that's my answer there. That's when we're finding the range.